prepared yet.
You need to try and pick off the units as. Look at the shields on the Martin.
Oh my god, the ball is going to take him.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is HD.
And this is Paying User.
And we're back for game number 3 between EG Axslav and Complexity's Destiny. What a series this has been so far. First game, Destiny taking a pretty convincing game off of Axslav after, faltering for a little bit with the air of the Protoss. He was able to bring out the Infestors and take back a really, really sick game. Second game, he just got Cannon Rush, and that wasn't too pleasant for him as a Zerg player. So here we are in game 3. This is IPL Losers Bracket Round 1, and we are here on Metalopolis.
We are indeed. Y'all ready for this? Destiny spawning as our purple Zerg at the 6 o'clock position, and Axslav spawning as the blue Protoss at the 9 o'clock.
Yep.
And it looks like Destiny is on his way with the first Overlord. Let's see if he pulls that back as soon as he finds out where Axslav is exactly.
Look at this, man. Bubba's Gas and Gum? That's kind of cool.
Bubba's Gas and Gum.
You know what they should do? They should put like advertising here for Coca-Cola, and Blizzard could make some more money
Maybe they could.
someday in the future.
And he does pull that Overlord back almost immediately, so Axslav will not know about that Overlord, and that is something I like to see. A lot of players lately have just been sending that Overlord right in, and it looks like Destiny might be doing that. He might be sending the Overlord all the way in, and he is going to reveal his position, but it doesn't matter. There's already a probe denying his natural, so Destiny realizing this, he already knew about that.
Yeah.
So Destiny is going to try and get that natural down, but building a pool instead, obviously not going to be able to get that hatchery down.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, when there's that annoying probe outside your natural and you were gonna go for 14 hatch, and you can't.
Ooh.
You gotta go build a pool.
Destiny trying to pull a fast one on Axslav right there, surround the probe as it comes through the mineral line, but not going to be able to do so. And his expansion has been delayed by quite a bit here. We do have a gateway first from Axslav, so we won't see another cannon play.
Well, yeah, I just don't think that doing that kind of forge build is going to work on a map like this, because typically when Protosses do that cannon cheese, so to say, they usually open up the game with a forge first in anticipation of falling back into a natural. But on this map, you can't, because the natural is so wide.
And I believe we just had a double extractor trick out of Destiny right there. He is at 20 out of 18 supply, so he definitely used the double extractor trick there, and he does have some lings out now. He will be able to clear out this pylon at the natural, eventually taking that natural. It will delay his expand by a little bit, but nothing he's too worried about. He's been spending his money this whole time, maybe 50 minerals.
Yeah, well, it would have certainly been a loss of resources, but he was smart. He built 2 extractors, and he made 4 Zerglings out of the wasted time, so to say, when he doesn't have the supply to make units. So I like that. That's smart thinking. He wouldn't have had 4 Zerglings otherwise, and now he's going to get a little bit of map control. And this Selnaga Tower, man, talk to me about it. This is going to be so important in this match.
Oh, absolutely. That is the no man's land in cross-spawn Metalopolis.
Yeah.
Controlling that Selnaga Tower, oh, so important, especially in matchups like TVT, where position is just everything. And in this matchup, it's definitely important, especially for Destiny, to know, it's just that early warning system. He'll have that heads up on when Axslav is moving out, and we have a spine crawler coming down already for Destiny. Looks like he's gonna slow walk that over to the natural just to be extra safe.
Yeah, he's just building this right now to be a little bit on the safe side, because as a Zerg, you never know. 5 minutes and 30 seconds is the timing when a Protoss can hit you with the hard 4-gate. So he's just throwing the spine crawler just for safety's sake, but he's going to see the Nexus coming up here. Really good scouting with the 2 Zerglings, and he may just decide to cancel the crawler. I don't know.
It looks like Axslav is once again going with that 1-gate double gas fast expand style that we've seen out of him a few times. It's definitely pretty risky, though. It's not nearly as safe as a 2 or 3-gate expand.
Oh my god, we have a Stargate, same build as game number 1, actually.
Yeah, I mean, game number 1, he actually went with that double Stargate, which was a bit of more of an investment than a single Stargate. Single Stargate, a lot of times you'll get that out, get the Void Ray out, and that enables you to hold the Speedling Roach all in so much more effectively. Obviously, none of those units can hit air, and if you have enough force fields to delay them for quite a while, then you can use that Void Ray to eventually force that push out of your natural.
You are so smart, Pain User.
I love you too, HD.
I wish I could neuroparasite your mind, just like shoot a tentacle over there.
How do you know you haven't already done it? You do have powers of the mind.
I am a Zerg player after all, right?
And you are indeed a Zerg player.
All right. Root Destiny, Complexity's Destiny here. They have recently...
I know, it's confusing, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it? But hey, man, what a pickup for Complexity. Before that, they were kind of a shaky team. Didn't have a really solid base, but now that they've got all these players...
Yeah, they had Cruncher,
solid.
they had RSVP.
Yeah.
They had Rise, they had Fire Zerg.
They were good.
Yeah, I mean,
not like...
Their star players were definitely RSVP and Cruncher.
Yeah, Cruncher, so good, man.
I mean, yeah, he's a good player, absolutely. Yeah. He hasn't had his real breakthrough yet, but nonetheless, he managed to get on Idra's bad side, and he's done pretty well in some online tournaments.
It's pretty easy to get on Idra's bad side, so I'm told.
So I've seen.
All right, Void Ray's going to come out here, and it's going to get a couple of shots off on these Zerglings.
Ooh.
Watchtower goes unattended.
Melting those Zerglings.
Yeah, that Void Ray is surprisingly strong against Zerglings, but then again, Zerglings are surprisingly soft and weak and cuddly.
I don't know.
They would make
cuddly.
a nice little toy, you know, like a little baby's toy.
That is the last thing I would want in my arms.
With,
And
that
that Spore Crawler is going to go up immediately as that Void Ray enters the base. It's going to get off some free pod shots, weaken it a little bit. And look at this. Once again, we do have this quick Infestor style from Destiny going immediately up to the infestation pit, not spending his gas on anything else, relying on queens and spore crawlers to defend that quick air rush, and Axslav responding to this by taking a very fast third.
Yeah, this is a really fast third, actually. Typically, the timing you would expect a Zerg to get a third. Maybe this time around, Axslav wants to play a really long macro game, but when he tried to do that in game one, it just didn't work out when he was confronted with all those infestors. So, I don't know, man. Do you think it's going to work out this time around?
I don't know. Judging from the Infestor control I saw out of Destiny in Game 1, I was just so impressed by that. I think he's going to do very well with these Infestors if Axslav allows the game to unfold in a similar fashion to Game 1.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like what Axslav needs to do as a response to all of these Infestors is get High Templar much quicker for that feedback. Not necessarily for the Storm, although that will help, but feedbacking all of those Infestors and just instantly killing them before the fight would just make such a big difference. And we have Zerglings surrounding a majority of his army. One sentry will go down, but and two stalkers, maybe a third here. Oh no, not gonna press the issue. It looks like Destiny will pull out.
I mean, not bad though. He applies a little bit of pressure, and he's gonna be able to get out there with about half of his lings, I would imagine. Speaking of us, you know, jinxing each other and saying High Templar at the same time, I think I have mind controlled you already. You know what you're saying moments before you say it?
Indeed.
6 Infestors now on the way. Probe will scout Destiny's third expansion, and he does have quite a few spine crawlers up here. And this is just because, you know, he doesn't have that many ground forces, only relying on lings until he can get Infestors out. You really do need some crawlers to defend in case Axslav decides to press the issue and make an attack happen. And I love this wall here, man. This is
absolutely.
the Great Wall of Qingtao, China.
You gotta have your third
so
fortified on Metalopolis. It's just essential. Otherwise, your opponent can just abuse mobility, especially a Zerg player.
Yeah.
They can hit the natural. They can hit the third simultaneously. There's really no way for you to be in two places at once unless you split your army, and then you run the risk of losing one portion of it. So, and Axslav is gonna get a beat on the third of Destiny. He will know the exact timing of that. It was not saturated. There wasn't a single drone there, actually, so he'll put 2 and 2 together and realize that that is a recently finished expansion, and he will probably plan accordingly.
Yeah, he actually had a probe down there a couple minutes ago, so he did see when the hatchery was still morphing.
There you go.
Yeah. And we have a robotic support bay on the way, so no doubt going to be some Colossus, but once again, this force is strong with the Infestors. We're going to have some Infestors with mind control coming out. And these are not the droids you're looking for.
Oh, finally, you don't need to see his identification. Finally, we have some roaches coming for Destiny, completely foregoing roaches or hydras in game 1. It looks like he has realized he might need some buffer units for those infestors. Axslav just going Colossus once again. I would love to see him build a ton of gateway units with High Templar as a response to this.
Yeah.
I think it might work out much better than this heavy Colossus style of play. But we do have Axslav getting 2 upgrades at the exact same time. He's double forging, and ooh, Destiny looks like he might be able to pick off some free units here.
He's gonna be able to possibly get a couple of sentries. Not able to do it. Actually, those force fields really, really good, but at the same time, it drains those force fields, those sentries of energy just a little bit, and I like that because he really didn't lose that many Zerglings, and he just applied a little bit of pressure and keeps Axslav on the back foot. By the way, guess what? We have both Dark Shrine and Templar Archives.
Go back to
up.
the income tab real quick. Oh my goodness. It was 55, I believe, to 73. Now we're at 61 to 73, but never a situation you want to be in as a Zerg player. Axslav well ahead right now off of 3 base, but Destiny is taking a quicker 4th. He is making a move to pull ahead in this game once he gets that 4th up. However, Axslav does have the Templar Archives and the Dark Shrine down now, so we will be seeing Dark Archon, or I mean, we will be seeing Dark Templar. God, why do I always do that? We will be seeing Dark Templar, possibly some Archons. God, I wish they brought Dark Archons.
I don't know
back.
about you, but I would love to see Dark Archons. I think we had this discussion before. It's like deja vu.
Ooh, and the first Archon hits the field. Second Archon hits the field. It looks like this might be Axslav's response to the mass infestor style.
He tried this last game, though, and the infestors just mind-controlled the Archon.
I saw that as well.
And I mean, like, as weird as that may sound, the Archon is supposed to be this synergy of the most powerful mind in the universe, and it just fails to a little tentacle.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that was the case in that situation, though. There were so few units left for Axslav. I mean, he was down to a Colossus, an Archon, and a few other extraneous units. And, you know, Destiny just happened to grab the Archon and grab a few of the Colossus. So. Yeah. We haven't really seen how effective it will be, but Destiny looks like he's going to poise himself to engage here, using his infestors a little bit, going to get a fungal growth off, and he is just going to hightail it out of there. No, he's going to engage.
Oh my god, I don't know about this engage. This may not be the best spot, but he gets all his fungals off, but his infestors are in the front, so even if they mind control, which they did, they will go down very easily to focus fire. I don't like that engage at all by Destiny. He should have continued to fall back.
All of the infestors going down for Destiny.
Yes.
Such high gas units. He could not afford to lose them there. The beauty of game 1 was that he managed to keep his infestors alive throughout the entire game, and right now he is not in a similar situation. He is on his back foot. It looks like he might be forced to give up position here on the 4th, and it looks like Axslav is just going to work his way straight through to the 4th, and Destiny is in trouble.
Destiny is in a heap of trouble right now. Will lose the 4th, which does not put him in a good position at all, because Axslav has a 4th of his own, and Destiny now trying to rebuild his infestor force. But you made such a good point right there, Pain User. In first game, he was able to keep his infestors alive. He
throughout almost the entire game.
That's really the reason why he was able to win. This game, though, he lost his first initial wave of infestors, and they aren't cheap, man. They cost a lot of gas, and gas these days, it costs a lot. Have you been to the pump lately, man? It's like $4 a gallon.
Wow, Axslav not running on fumes. He is going to roll straight through here after taking out the 4th, and he will take out the 3rd, and I don't know what Destiny can do here. Axslav making the proper adjustments to deal with that mass infestor style. He has a ton of Zealots. He has a ton of Archons. He has a few Void Rays and a Colossus mixed in for good measure. Just a little bit of everything, but the one thing is he has the higher Zealot count, and that is what's going to enable him to win. Destiny calling GG. Good luck in the rest of the tournament. Generous gesture from Destiny right there. I always love it when I see players wish other players luck. You don't see that every day.
Yeah.
I'm going to pat Destiny on the back for that, but Destiny will be going out of the IPL in the losers bracket round 1. Destiny, one of those players that, you know, qualified. People had high hopes for him. He has been playing so much recently. He's really on top of his game, and I love the infestor style of play, making it work wonders in game 1, but just lacking that same magic in game 3.
I don't know, man. I think he should have fallen back on that, what do you call this, like A Street or Main Street? I don't know. He should have fallen back when he was on the street.
Yeah, absolutely. He tried, but infestors off of creep are relatively slow, lumbering creatures.
Well, he stopped here. Literally, he stopped right here. Maybe, like, he saw a red light here. It's just like, oh, there's a red light. I need to stop.
Yeah.
Obey the law.
Something in Destiny's mind triggered him to go back in at the end there and attempt to get off those fungals. It was kind of a combination of he might have had enough to engage Axslav's army there, and then Axslav also bunched all of his units together, giving Destiny the green light to go ahead and try to get those fungals off and possibly surround him. But the problem was he didn't have any other backup units.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, that will do it. Axslav winning 2-1. He will be moving on to losers bracket round 2. And if you guys enjoyed that IPL content, make sure you check out www.ign.com/IPL and check out our social media links in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. You can also find us at Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, justintv.com/IGN Pro League. If you enjoyed the casting, you can find myself and HD. Well, you can find myself at www.twitter.com/PainUser and youtube.com/StrapUp.
Yeah, and you guys can find me at youtube.com/HDStarcraft. That's where I reside. And thank you so much, guys, for all staying tuned. This is HD and PainUser signing out. Round 1 of the losers bracket will go to Axslav, taking it back after the first loss. And that's it for us. Stay tuned, guys. HD and PainUser signing out.